Welcome back, everybody, to Roguecraft. It's me, Toy Reaper, flying around our spawn area directly over our new overworld side of the Nether Hub. And if you saw last episode, you'll know that I have an idea for the Nether Hub based on the Netflix series Stranger Things, and I'm building Hawkins Lab. And we're going to be doing the upside down version in the Nether. And I don't quite have a vision for what that's going to be yet. So yeah, we're going to see how that goes. But today I have other plans. We're going to take a break from the building side of things. And we're going to work on building a new farm. And while you ponder about what that farm may be, maybe take this as a chance to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It would mean a lot to me. I don't ask very often, but it'd really be a pretty big deal. But able to be able to do that, first I need to work on gathering up the resources for it. Luckily, I am very organized, and I will be able to find what I'm looking for in no time. And here's everything we need for our farm to farm what we need for the farm. We're going to be getting a bunch of brown mushrooms, and I'm sure there's a lot of you who already know what this is for. But for those of you who don't, just stay tuned. You're in for a surprise. So we're just going to do that. Take this down. And rinse and repeat many times. It's not so bad. It's not gonna take that long. It's just not the most fun thing in the world. Ow! So, I won't make you watch me do this, but just because we're gonna be using a lot of it, I figured it would be useful to show you how I'm doing it. Il Mango put out a video on this, and I mean, it's nothing too game-breaking. But I do think it's interesting. The main thing I like about this is putting the dirt blocks 8 blocks high keeps the brown mushrooms the same height, which is useful. So that's the main thing I wanted to show you. Hello? Oh. Didn't realize brown mushroom couldn't grow where there was already brown mushrooms, but we're already at almost a stack. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you see us reach 1 stack, and then I guess I will suffer through this alone and just let you see what happens next. There, we're over a stack. I'll see you in a bit. You know, while this may not take that long, I've almost got a shulker box full, which is what I'm going for. And while this may not take that long, this is one of the most mind-numbing tasks that I have ever done. And you can see I've almost broken my brand new axe that I made for this already. And like, just rinse and repeat. Like I said, I do appreciate that it works as quickly as it does, and luckily I'm only going for 1 shulker box full and not like some insane amount. But still, this is... I kind of wish I would have set up like an automatic mushroom farm and then just waited for this project later, but unfortunately this is one of the projects that you really want to have early game because it's kind of necessary to build the farms you need to do it automatically. So I'll push through. I am almost there. So the next time you see me, that shulker box will be full of brown mushrooms. Well, everybody, we made it. 1 full stack of brown mushrooms, and my axe couldn't take much more. Durability 117 left. So yeah, that was a brand new axe. I made it just for this because I didn't have a fortune axe, so that was an entire axe with Unbreaking 3 on it. So now I need to gather up the few other resources that I need, and then we have to actually figure out where we want to put the farm, because that I don't know yet. I don't know where we're gonna put it. There's my head. So yeah, we're gonna have to do a little bit of searching, but let me gather up the rest of the stuff and we'll see if we can't find a spot. Finally I found what I've been looking for. It's so far away. Oh man, this is not ideal. I didn't want to go this far away, but oh well. Guess this will be okay. Because my thinking is that whenever the new update comes out, I want to be able to trim chunks. And yeah, the closer we are to spawn, the easier that is. So, yeah, that was kind of my plan, but hopefully there will be a way for me to... I've never trimmed chunks before, so I'm hoping there's a way for me to see which chunks people have built in. I don't know if I can do that or not, but yeah, if you know that, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do some research and see what we can find out. But we're in a swamp. This is where we shall be building the farm. But the first thing I must do is I have to clear out some of these trees, and I want to flatten out some areas. So I'm going to do that first. Alright, well, we have one flattened area now. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and put the walls around this. And then, honestly, I think that and then the mushrooms are going to be the most tedious parts. But I don't think this is going to be too bad. So hopefully we can get through this pretty quick and we can show you what this is going to be doing and why we're going to need it. And then see what else kind of fun we can have today. I've got a bunch of things I want to do, and it's just a matter of getting the infrastructure ready to be able to do it. So let me get these walls put in, and then we'll get to work on the actual inside of the farm, which is where the fun's going to be happening. And I've never actually built this before. I don't have a tutorial. I am completely winging it. But from what I've seen, it doesn't look that complicated, so I feel like I can do this and not screw it up. Then again, this is me we're talking about, so that I could very well be wrong. But we will find out, and we will find out together. Alright, stage 2 is now done, and I've got to get rid of this, not for any particular reason other than it bothers me. But I now have the iron golems in, I now have them fenced in, so now we have to do... I'm going to do the item collection first, but to do that, I'm going to go ahead and get the magma blocks placed in, because I don't want to start placing the mushrooms before I have the item collection, or I'm going to end up breaking the blocks and they're going to fall, and it's going to be a disaster. So let's avoid that. Let's get some of that thrown in there. And now I'm looking for these. That's what I'm going to need. So let's go ahead and get these put around, and then I will be able to go underneath and tell where the item collection needs to go. And I think what I'm going to do is just 2 rows around each iron golem. I think that will be plenty. I typically don't build this farm because it was such a pain to build it, and I never wanted to. But now, with this knowledge, I don't mind building this because I think I'm going to be able to have this whole farm done, including gathering materials, in just a matter of like maybe a couple hours, if that. I don't even know that it's been that long. But it's actually been a pleasant process, especially since it's not something new for me, because I enjoy building farms. I like finding other farms that people have made and then putting my own spin on them to keep it interesting. And I have enjoyed this because this is something I've never built before. I've never built this style farm before. So it's been a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see if if I mess it up or not, or if it's actually going to work the first time I try building it. So if it does and everything goes smoothly, I will be extremely chuffed to bits and hope you will enjoy it as well. And I really wish y'all would go away. Please leave. Goodbye. Okay, we now have the walls, we have the iron golems, we have the magma floor, and if we drop down underneath here, I now have item collection underneath each one of them. And once I know for sure that this is going to work, I actually have a pathway already dug out to do a, like to move all the items by a water tunnel to bring them outside right there. You can actually see the glow from it. But yeah, the items will come out right here. That's assuming it all works. But for now, the next things we need to do is we need to actually get all of these brown mushrooms put in and get a ceiling over this thing. That's how we're going to actually tell if it's working. So hopefully this is not all bend for nothing. But yeah, it's still a grindy farm, don't get me wrong, but it's still a lot better than the old ones were. So I'm going to continue pushing on, and we're going to hope and hope this is going to work. Alright guys, I have it all built, and I actually had to go back and raise the whole roof and walls up one block, because I apparently was not familiar with slime spawning rules. I didn't realize they had to have 3 high area to spawn in. So I've put myself up there to AFK. I have given myself night vision, that's why it's not dark in here. But you can see we're getting slimes. I cannot believe at how easily this came together and how simple this is. I probably should have expanded the rails out a little bit, because I don't think those are going to get picked up, because I only have them going underneath the magma blocks. But honestly, I don't think it's going to be that much of a concern. I think we're going to be getting enough from this where it's not really going to matter. And I guess since now we know that this is working, I can actually go underneath and, what do you call it? I can put down the water streams and some item unloaders to get all of them sent out to the outside of the farm. But this is amazing. I cannot believe at how quickly I was able to pull this together. I think I had this done start to finish in about 4 or 4.5 hours. So it's really not bad. And this is a ton of slime. And I believe that this is actually more efficient than the old style slime farms. So we have that. I don't know if I need to do something around the iron golems to keep slimes from getting in there, because I've seen a couple of them jump in there, but normally by the time they're able to do that, they're the small ones. So I don't think that's a problem either. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it. If they start getting hurt, then we'll do something. But otherwise, we're going to let this run for a little bit, and we're going to get us a whole bunch of slime, and we're just going to reap the rewards from this, because this was amazing. Like, it was... I cannot express to you how easily it was to put that together. I can't squat on scaffolding. But yeah, this is awesome. I am so glad that we have this now. Now let's see what kind of rates we're getting from this thing. Alright, and as we're coming up on the end of the 1 hour mark, I have noticed something. I didn't do any spawn proofing of the area around here. So this is going to cut down on rates a lot. So what I may do is, once I see what we get from this, I may go around and just do a little bit of spawn proofing around the area. And then maybe try running it again for 30 minutes and see how much of a difference it makes. First, I want to sleep and make it a little bit safer. Then we'll go check how many items we have. Alright, it is daytime now, so let's see how we did. That's probably not good. Well, actually, no, I know what the iron's from. We don't have to worry about that. So, 4.5 stacks of slime balls. I ended up having to kill all the iron golems whenever I had to change the roof. So disregard that, it's fine. About 4.5 stacks. This one did really well. Get out. almost 7 stacks in that one. And then this one, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5 stacks. So that's 6.5, 7, 13.5, and 8, and 22. Round about 22 stacks in a half an hour. With no spawn proofing whatsoever. This is going to be awesome. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a little bit of spawn proofing. I'm not going to go too crazy, but just the immediate area around here, I'm going to light it up to try to cut down on some of the other mobs we have. Taking up the mob cap. And let's see if we can have a noticeable difference from that. And then afterwards, I'll eventually finally get around to putting in the water streams. I might be putting that off a little bit if you can't tell, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right, the farm has been emptied out, and now it is time for test round 2. We're going for 30 minutes. It is currently 1:07 p.m., so at 1:37 p.m., we will call this done, and we will see how it does on round 2. I placed out 2 stacks of torches. just to kind of go around the area around here. Well, maybe, I don't know. I don't really know how much area I needed to go out, so we're just going to try this, and we're going to see if it makes a noticeable difference, because already, in 30 minutes, that's a lot of slime, so I'm not too fussed over getting it perfect, but yeah. So, let's see what we wind up with, guys, and I will show you the results in just one moment. Alright guys, a little bit of a change of plans. I ended up AFKing for about an hour and a half, and the simple reason was because my first 30 minutes I started on a new moon, which means no slime spawned. But then I looked up like the moon cycles in Minecraft, and it takes 2 hours and 40 minutes for all 12 moon cycles. So I did an hour and a half to get basically half of them and see what we get. Almost a full chest. Over a full chest. Almost a full chest. Almost full chest. Oh man, basically 2 double chests of slime in like an hour and a half. That's crazy. So even from this short amount of time over here, I already have a bunch of slime. And unfortunately, I don't really have a way to bring it home. And I didn't bring extra shulker boxes with me, so I guess I'm just going to be taking a trip back home. I guess that's what's gonna happen now. So yeah, let's get all this brought home, and then we'll go from there. Everything has arrived home safely, and we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and a bit stacks of slime blocks. So that's a lot. That's gonna last me for a long time. So, and I'm glad too, because the slime farm's not close by like most everything else is. It's a pretty good long journey away. So I'm glad we don't have to worry about taking trips over there very often. And yeah, so I want to, and the main reason I wanted to build a slime farm is I want to work on creating some sort of a game for all the rogues to get to play. I have not come up with the game exactly yet. I've really got inspired by Decked Out by Tango, and I would really like to create something like that, but I don't know that I want to go for the exact same idea. I want it to be a little bit more original. So if you have any suggestions on game ideas, be sure to let me know, because I'm kind of in the planning phase right now of how to make everything work. But that'd be a lot better if I had a more solid idea of what I'm going for. So if you can let me know that, and I want a little bit of specifications. I want it to be like a collecting game, adventure game, and I want it to be something where you can play it if you're the only person online. I don't want it to be a game where it's like, oh, you have to wait for other people to be on and play that way, because like on our server we have a lot of people who are active, but everybody's playing at different times. Right now there's nobody on. And then about the time that I get off, I'm sure that Pearl or JD will be getting on, or Alora or Kahlesalad. It's like a revolving door here. So those are the kind of the guidelines that I'm going for. So if you have any ideas with that, please share them with me, because I'm trying really hard to come up with something cool. And I think if you can give me the ideas, I can find a way to make it work. Come here, salmon. Thank you. I'm about to say it's personal now. Okay, but anyways, yeah, let me know your ideas down in the comment section below. One other thing I wanted to tell you about is before I had discussed about making another layer of the windows on this building, but I started building up another one, and it was like the footprint that I gave this building, to me, it just looked a little too much trying to go up another layer. So I like the level that it's at now, and I'm going to have a couple small things on top of it as well. But that's going to be a later thing. I'm probably going to come back to that after I get the nether side done. But all this up here is spawn proof. All this is carpet on top of wool. And then the outside is all lit up. So everything is spawn proof here, so it is safe. The interior, I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do yet. I've got this box portal here. That way, whatever I do as a decoration, I can do it from all 4 entrances. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, and it may not come to me for a while. We may have this look going on for a while, but I think that's okay. And probably next episode, we're going to start working on the nether side. I'm just not prepared for that yet. I'm still kind of going through in my head of what I want it to be. So next episode, though, we will probably be starting on the nether side of that. And I really like the way this came through. So I'm really hoping I can have the same sort of follow through on the nether side of it as I have this far. So if you're a fan of Stranger Things and you have any ideas, please be sure to share those with me as well, because I think that it really lends itself well to being another portal, because there is a portal that goes between essentially 2 different dimensions. I just need to bring it to life in Minecraft. So that's what I'm going to be working on. But for now, I'm going to work on going to sleep. But guys, I think that's where we're going to wrap up today's episode. We got a lot done. We got the slime farm start to finish done today, which is extremely exciting for me. Ow. Look, it's not my fault you stood next to the TNT, buddy. That was all you. Nobody told you to do that. But I am extremely happy with what we got done, and I have some big plans for next episode, which part of that is going to be trying to upgrade to some netherite. If you didn't pick up on that already. Oh man, I didn't space this TNT out very well. But anyways, if you enjoyed the episode, please be sure to leave a like on it. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It makes a big difference to me. I love getting to see the community grow and have more people to submit their ideas and their feedback, because I'm always trying to learn new things and get people's opinions. So please be sure to do that. But I will catch you in the next episode. I'm Toy Reaper, and I will see ya!